Hello YouTube, it's Lion here with Hobbies of a Man, and today we're going to do another light novel review. Now today's light novel review is going to be on this book called Suppose a Kid from the Last Dungeon Boonies Moved to a Starter Town. This is written by Toshi Sato, and it's illustrated by Nao Watanuki. This is a Yenon title. There you go. And the genres for this are comedy, fantasy, and there's aspects of romance and harem, but it's not really the main focus. And yeah, as far as I know, this doesn't have an adaptation. And so the premise here is really basic. It's just this kid from this overpowered village, in which he's the weakest of everyone in the village, decides that he wants to be a soldier to become strong, because he assumes that because he's so weak in his village of overpowered people, that he's going to be equally weak anywhere else. But as you can see from the title, everyone at the big city is basically starting out their journeys, so they're very weak compared to him. And so he moves there to become a soldier. Basically, he can't because of some stupid reasons that are actually very funny once you think about it. But yeah, so he can't, but he still saves the day at the end because he's so stupid overpowered compared to everyone else in the town. And that's basically the quick rundown of what happens. It's very funny, it's very interesting, it's very enjoyable, but it's not really crazy good. Like, if I'm being honest, it's just kind of it's just a fun kind of popcorn flick equivalent of a book that's equivalent to a popcorn flick. So the plot line, like I mentioned it already, is very basic. It's very straightforward. He starts here, he goes there, he does the thing, he doesn't manage to succeed, and then a bunch of other small events, and then he beats the bad guy at the end. Ridiculously, I might add. He like wipes him down with stuff. It's really ironic, I guess. It's just like funny because it's like so stupid. And this kid doesn't get that he's like the strongest person. He thinks he's like weak and stupid, and well, he is stupid, but he thinks he's really weak, when in reality, he's like crazy overpowered. And yeah, so the characters here are fun. They're all interesting. We have Lloyd, the weak kind of bumpkin. Well, the OP kind of country bumpkin. We have Alka, the chief of his village, who is this lolly grandma, and she's like ridiculously what's it called, childish, but she's very like ancient. We have Mary the witch. We have Riho the mercenary. We have Celine the belt princess, and then who else? Those are kind of the main characters. Everyone else is kind of secondary, but you get a nice illustration here at the beginning showing you who everyone is, which is nice. I really like it when books add this, so you know who all the characters are and what they look like. Because light novels are very bad at describing how characters look. So, yeah, there you go. So, are any of these characters really all that interesting? Not exactly. One of them's a yandere. One of them is the girl next door. One of them is a tsundere. One of them is a different type of yandere, I guess. There's nothing really, or well, I guess she would be more of an older sister type. But yeah, and there's nothing super crazy special about any of these characters. The premise, or the specific characteristics of each of them makes them unique, and you can easily tell them apart by what they say and what they do, without you having to know who they are. But, it's just because they're so tropey, I guess. Or they're so tied to that one specific characteristic that you know it's them because they're the only one that has it, if that makes any sense. But they're fun. It's a very enjoyable, easy read, and the characters fit that very well. The world building is actually really good in this book. Well, actually, yeah, it is really good. That's probably the saving grace as a fan of world building. I really enjoyed learning all those little tidbits of stuff, like the fact that Lloyd thinks everything is small. Like he calls them, he calls these monsters bugs, but they're giant locusts, and everyone's crying, and he just like taps it, and it dies. It's hilarious. It's like really ridiculous how like over the top powerful he is, but he's so stupid that he doesn't realize it. What else? I really like the whole aspect of these legendary heroes moving to the edge of the world so that they don't get involved with day-to-day politics. And then their like progeny just kind of regressing into these like country bumpkins that are ridiculously overpowered. It's just funny and it's weird and it's like ridiculous, but it works very well. What else is there? There's a lot of demon lords that pop up every once in a while. And that's what Lloyd calls monsters, but to regular humans, it'd be like the end of the world. It'd be like apocalyptic if one of those came through. So yeah, the art is really nice. I really like this art style. It's very cutesy, but very detailed. See, this is a very nice spread. There's Alka in the back, Mary, Riho, Lloyd in the front and center. That's Celine. Let's see. This is Alan, I think. And that's Chrome, Metrach, I think, and Chimol. And yeah, it's very funny. It's very cute. It's very comedic. It really fits the book itself. But it's like, all right, I guess. Like, it's very good and I really enjoyed it. But the fact that the story was so like average kind of made me not as excited about the art, if that makes sense. Because for light novels, those things are kind of intrinsically linked, and for manga as well. So yeah, I would have liked this type of art style and something a little more, what's it called, meaningful. Like if they had this art style on Combat Baker, that would be so good. Because Combat Baker's art is good, but it's kind of very stilted, and I really like how nice this looks. So yeah. What else? There's some aspects of fan service. One of the characters is very vulgar, and the other one is like very into just like funky, mischievous things around Lloyd. So there is some aspect of it, but it's not like it's not to the level of Fairy Tail or Gantz or anything like that. It's just like dialogue, not really any what's it called, illustrations. Well, from what I can remember. What else? Oh yeah, so I rated this a 3 out of 5 or a 6 out of 10. It's above average. I enjoyed it. I really liked reading it, but it's not something I'll really want to read again that badly. If I'm just kind of bored and like don't want to read something serious, I'll probably pick it up again, but otherwise it'll just kind of sit on my shelf until I decide to get rid of it or get volume 2 and see where it goes. But I don't really know if this series can have a lot of longevity. It feels like after a certain point, the gimmick is going to get old. So yeah, I recommend this if you're looking for an easy, fun title and you find it discounted somewhere. And yeah, I can't really think of anything similar because I don't know if there's any comedy series where the protagonist is overpowered as hell, where the point is comedy. Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't think that there's any other series like it, at least from what I know. So there's that. And what else? Oh, so this video is gonna come out on Friday, although this should have been my Wednesday video. And yeah, so please like and subscribe, comment down below. Trying to shorten my videos a little bit. I was talking to one of my buddies, East Coast Manga, and we were talking about how to make my content better. One of the things he brought up is that my content's really long, so I'm going to try to shorten it. And keep an eye out. I might do some multilingual stuff and talk about other hobbies that I have besides reading. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please comment down below and subscribe and like and all that. And see you guys later.